Musk is a huge entrepreneur, philanthropist, engineer, space invader, and an e-trailblazer. And according to Forbes, his current net worth could be rounded to $42 billion, if not even more. And although he's not the richest person on the planet, judging by the accomplishments he's made, I certainly think he is one of the most influential people in today's world. I know I don't have to tell you more about him. You all know how he is. But there is one thing that's got me intrigued: his impressive car collection, which, to be honest, doesn't look like something out of the movie. Oh, wait, there is one item in his collection that, in fact, is from a movie. Let's take a look at the infamous car collection of his and see which cars occupy his garage, as well as enough information about those cars. And without further ado, let's dive right in. The first thing that comes to mind regarding cars would point toward you thinking that it's all about the electric cars for Musk. Well, that is where you're wrong. Ford Model T. He is a big fan of things on four wheels that actually run on petrol. A clear example is the 1920 Ford Model T, possibly the first attempt at mass production of a vehicle from back in the day. Released in 1908, Henry Ford's Model T was considered the most influential car of the 20th century, which is a big enough reason as to why Musk decided to hit that like button just like you should if you haven't done so already. But no, rather as to why Musk decided to have one of these in his private collection, E-Type Jaguar Roadster. Next on the menu, I've prepared Musk's first love, the E-Type Jaguar Roadster, produced in 1967, a car that he fell in love with when he was only 17 years old. And from that moment on, as per Musk himself, it was the car that he promised to himself that he would own if he ever had enough money for it. Lotus ESpirit, aka Wet Nelly. However, outside of all the cars he's driven, the most unique piece of his collection has to be the Lotus ESpirit. As for the vehicle itself, well, let's say that it came right out of the movie, in the literal sense, as it was used in the James Bond movie The Spy Who Loved Me. The car was used as an underwater prop in the movie, but that didn't discourage Musk from paying $1 million for it. This was his childhood fantasy car, all due to the James Bond movies that he watched as a kid when he was still living in South Africa. BMW 320i. You never forget your first car was Elon Musk's explanation as to why he has a 1978 BMW 320i in his collection. This car was the first iteration of the BMW 3 Series that was unveiled at the Olympic Stadium in Munich in 1975. However, it didn't reach the United States until 2 years later. Musk bought his BMW 3 Series in 1999 for a hefty $1,400,000, and the car was spot on until one of his Zip2 employees took the car to run a few errands and a wheel fell off. McLaren F1. Next on the list is the car that Musk chose instead of buying a house in Palo Alto when his first company got bought, the 1997 McLaren F1, a car that, according to Musk, is the best car ever. His McLaren F1 is only one of the 7 cars imported into the US, with only 106 ever made. He used this car as a company car after commuting from LA to San Francisco in it back in the day. At one point, he even crashed the car, but he managed to repair it to the way it was. Harmon BMW M5. The BMW tuning specialist at Harmon had a wicked idea to turn the already fabulous M5 into a thing of Bavarian wonder. This was the car that actually helped Musk to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, on the more serious side of things, this was the car that helped Musk to come up with the idea for the so-called ludicrous mode he introduced for the Tesla Model S, and not the M5 itself, but Harmon's additions to the stock M5, which was a whole other beast after everything was done, despite being a 4-seater family car, which must be the reason behind Musk's collection, including a beauty like this as well, Tesla Roadster. Based on the chassis of a Lotus Elise, Tesla finally unveiled their first electric car in 2008, the Tesla Roadster, a pretty powerful car that could be compared to the likes of a Lamborghini Gallardo at the time. And what do you know? The first owner of a fully electric Roadster became Elon Musk, as it should have been, right? He used the car as a daily driver for years. And even though the car is not present in his garage after he sent it off on SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket, it's still a car that clearly meant a lot to him. After all, it's probably his first baby, so to speak. Audi Q7. Musk had a large family back in the day when his first wife, Justine, gave birth to twins in 2004 and triplets in 2006. All of the Tesla cars at the time were concentrated on two-seaters. Hence, Musk bought a 2010 Audi Q7, the most luxurious SUV at the time of its release. And because of how inadequate the third row of pop-up seats were, it needed to be a tiny human to get to the seat. Back in the day, before the Tesla Model X was released, he announced that the car will feature Falcon wing doors to enable easier access to the back seats. One of many examples how Musk improved upon his experiences. Porsche 911 Turbo. Elon Musk always said that he had a soft spot for 911s, and who can blame him, right? The iconic and legendary sports car has been refined and perfected for decades. But there was only one thing Musk couldn't quite get over with the car: the gas-guzzling engine, which eventually made Musk what he is, the CEO of Tesla, who, after being denied several times by electric car startups, he found himself on Tesla's doorstep, who, after getting involved with around $30 million, made his way to the top, where he is right now. And I almost forgot, he even turned his 2012 Porsche 911 into a fully electric car, pulled the guts out of the car, and instead put a lithium-ion pack in it. Tesla Model S performance. When asked about which car from his garage he drives the most, Musk quickly answered that it was the Tesla Model S performance. And I'm not surprised, considering that this car was a game-changer in the market. Not only because of it being a 5-seat, fully electric vehicle, but also because it set the benchmark for plug-in vehicles. However, this might not be all, because according to him, the best version of the car has yet to come, with future models guaranteed to be even better than this one, which is already one of the best cars according to Musk. Tesla Cybertruck. And last but not least, Musk's first fully electric truck, the Tesla Cybertruck, who got the inspiration from a RoboCop movie, with the character, surely, if it was possible, driving one of these at the time, an idea that became a reality in 2020 when the first model was introduced as a model that Musk will surely keep in his car collection for quite a while now. This is Tesla's most outlandish vehicle so far, and I'm more than certain that there is so much more to come from Elon Musk himself. See you in the next video.